Hello everyone, welcome to day 5 of SR Animation Academy. We're almost done. Today's the last day where we're going to learn new things for the most part. So we're going to be going over lip syncing, and I'm going to also briefly touch on the camera tool. So I'm just going to get right into it because lip syncing's kind of a difficult thing to explain. But for right now, I'm going to send over this FLA file. This has an SR mouth in it and also has audio that will be lip syncing to in this. I did not record the awesome prologue. I'm very sorry. So I'm going to share my screen, and we'll get started. So here's an SR mouth. There's many of SR mouth. So basically, I can't speak English. Jello's gonna go over to an overview of these, but I do want to note before I send it over to him that for the purpose of this exercise, we're gonna be sticking to mouths from frame 1 to frame, I'll say 30 for right now. We'll leave anything beyond that for later. Just for the sake of this exercise, for simple lip syncing.
What about the frowny face? Oh wait, no, the frowny faces are up there. Sorry.
Alright.
My bad.
So I will send it over to Jello now. So Jello will start us off today.
Yeah. Everybody, spam frowny faces in the chat. Now that I'm teaching. Today I'm gonna be teaching you. Well, I mean, actually, we're gonna do the overview of the SR mouths. So, as I created the SR mouths, right? I talked about this yesterday. They're all line 7 size, right? Now, here's what all of them do. As you can see, we have the frowny face that goes like and it goes down to like an O. Like it's like and then and then So you go like and then O, and then I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but those are just the sounds that you should use them for. This is like an ah. These are like es, and then these are o's, and this is an o. This is a th, like a. I actually can't make the. It's this. Yes. This is an F mouth, as you can, if you know object shows, you know that this is the F. And then we basically have the same equivalents for the happy mouths. And then we have the ms. This is less of a, I mean, this can be used as a talking mouth. I generally use it as like an in-between for one of these two going into a talking. So if I was going to go like this, and then I was going to go from like smiling to like frowning, I would do this on the blink and then this. But you could also use this for like a frowny these are not for talking. Like the rest of these are just like normal closed mouths. And I'm not going to go over these because they have their own special uses, and you know, this and this and this and this and this and this are all in the same like talking family, but they don't have as many pre-made transitional ones. These ones are made for talking. These ones were made for more expression stuff or advanced lip syncing where you actually have to like make your own in between frames. So that's why we're only going over these ones, because we've basically given you every mouth asset that you need.
You can talk about 43. Wait, okay, wait. Can you click on it again? You can talk about 41 through 40. Not 40 through 62.
Oh, okay.
Not 62 as in like the number, but like 60 as well.
Yeah. To this. Basically, these are just smaller mouths without the teeth. These are for, well, I use these for whispered tones. If we're doing a whispered tone, you want a smaller mouth. As you can see, it's slightly smaller. And it doesn't have any teeth.
Yep.
Whereas this one does have teeth. And that's just because, you know, it's meant for quieter speaking tones. Or these ones are better for like posing expressions. Like sometimes if you're doing a thing but you want like a certain type of like bigger like mouth but you don't want like that line of like a teeth there, you would use like this in the expression for posing and stuff.
Or if you want a smaller mouth.
Generally you use these up top, but these are for quiet speaking. I think that's basically all you need to know for the mouths. So, if you're ready, I can hand it back over to you to
I am
talk about
very
adding
ready.
audio. Okay. I'm handing it back over to Subby to talk about adding audio. Oh, and setting up the thing to make.
Okay. Okay, good platform, Discord. Discord crashed. For anyone watching this VOD. Discord is a flawless platform with no problems and never crashes.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to talk about audio. So, audio in Adobe Animate takes up its own layer. You can put it on the same layer as like a thing, but like don't do that, first of all. It's something to avoid. Make sure your audio is always on its own layer, so it's going to be gray. So, to import audio, what you would usually do is you'll go to import and import to stage, and it'll import it to the layer you've selected. And then you can just pick out whatever audio file you want. But for the sake of this, another thing you can do is you can just like drag it in. So if I want like, actually that layer's locked. So if I want like, let's see here. So let's say I want like the Lipsync test here. You can just drag it over from your file explorer. I'm gonna get this error. You shouldn't get this one. But yeah, so you notice that already has this thing, but what we want to do is go up to properties. This is our sound menu. I'm gonna be talking about this for a while. There's a lot of shit here. So name, you can just swap out audio files from if you have multiple in your FLA. Effect, I'll get them down in a second. Alright, so sync, you're gonna want to make sure this is always on stream. Otherwise, okay, so event will only play if you hit the play button. Start will only play at the start. Stop will just, I think stop just won't play at all. Stream will play throughout. So if you're scrubbing your timeline like this, you'll be able to hear like some weird audio sounds. So you'll be able to hear it throughout, and you'll be able to start it at any point. Repeat and loop, we won't really have to worry about. Just don't worry about it. Color effects and blend don't do anything to audio, so we'll ignore this. And what I want to talk about is effect. So effect has a lot of options. You can basically just do audio editing in Adobe Animate if you want to, if you're evil. So we got left channel, right channel, fade to right, fade to the left, fade in, fade out, custom. These are all pretty self-explanatory. But what we're really interested in is hitting this button. So this will bring up the edit envelope, which you probably won't be here much. But like, let's say for example, I wanted our audio to like fade in. So I can set this down here. This is the right and left channel, by the way. So now if I were to, oh, I undid my changes. So now if I were to like hit OK, my audio should fade in. The quick brown fox. So that should fade in now. But for the most part, you're going to be setting that to none. But like for an example of where I've used that, let's see here. This would be an OSC. Scenes, festival versions, scene 6. So, no sound on stream. Okay, well, I will fix that. Let's see.
No sound on stream, sad face.
Okay, so, for example, what I've used this for, this is Seinfeld.
Yeah, there is audio.
There's audio, okay. So, as you can see, we've just got, ignore them being off screen. Actually, I don't think this frame of Lily ever shows up. That's fun. Alright, so, I'm just gonna play this real quick. But you never pay rent.
A lot of crime changes a man.
You know what? I won't ask questions. Thanks for the money. So you'll see this audio starts fading in, and that's because I have. If I go in here, you'll see this has a fade in effect throughout, and then it gets a little bit louder here. So if I play that, high profile there. So as you can see, this gets louder, whatnot. I had to open the festival version specifically because I changed that ending in the final version. But yeah, that's just the main idea behind it. Another thing you can also do with this is that you can have as many audio layers as you want. So if I open, I gotta be careful with what I open here. If I open SR and I go into animate files, scenes, search you. I believe this is in the storyboard. It's 221A. So I go into this. I gotta be careful with what I show here. Just gonna make everything invisible to the part I want to get to. I'll keep the layers below invisible because it's only audio that's important. So if I play this now,
You're officially my lab assistants.
so you got a audio effect in here without having to like edit that straight into this. I'll usually use that for no, I don't want to say changes. I'll usually use that for stuff like you said I like want to add sound effects. So I usually don't add sound effects like right away. I usually time them to the animation in the FLA afterwards. Just works better. I don't want to save changes in FLA either. So that's just an overview of audio editing you can do in Animate. For the most part, this is more of just like a last minute thing if you like realize that you like want to like make a fade in with an audio and you don't like have that already. So try not to use this basically is what I'm saying, but it's a good last minute crutch. But probably like something like God, I can't speak English today. Something like Audacity or something would probably be better for audio editing. Also, no, you cannot record your lines in Adobe Animate, unfortunately. So with that, I'm gonna send this back over to Jello, and Jello will be going over actual lip sync now.
Oh no!
Alright, this is where everything either comes together or falls apart.
Hey, welcome to Lipsync. We are only going to be using happy mouths for right now. Because you know. Can you guys hear that? The heck? What the heck? Okay, wait. So if I were to just hit that, no, it doesn't work for me. Does does it work now? Damn. Usually audio just shares. I don't know. Adobe Animate's weird. Yeah. If I hit share full screen, it doesn't give me sound may not be available when sharing a screen on your device. Yes, that is true. It does that. Hold on. This is when we bring in the account that's on the web version because the web version lets me share audio. Keep stall while I do this. You know, just stall. New teacher here. New teacher. Okay. Now it should be working now. I don't know if I have audio. So you guys got yes.
This
Do I
is
have
Mr.
audio?
Robertson. Let me see. Yep, you do.
See, told you. That's how you fix it. Anyway, it's time to lip sync this. Now make sure that your mouth is on single keyframe, and also make sure you download lipsyncer.fla if you haven't already from resources. Now, the way that you're going to want to do this, just zoom in on the mouth, so it's the only thing that you can see. Nothing else matters. This is all you need to see. Make sure you have enough space for everything. Okay, now, what you're going to want to do is, did you show them, like, how to make it so that you, like, do this and it's, like, skims? Okay, cool. Now, here's what you want to do. Go frame by frame and find where the first sound is. It's this, and it's the is the first thing. So the first sound should be the, and the kind of ends right here. So at the end of the you want it to be this. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, you have to remember, you have to, like,
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
you have to listen to it so you know what words are gonna happen. So it goes the, so th, and then it's gonna go like that. So and then it goes to quick right here. So this would be a quick sound. This would be the quick. It would go like just. We'll test it with this. Okay, so then. Okay, so this one would be this mouth, and this one would be this mouth. Okay, so here's what you do. Ooh, and then this is your K sound. So you want to close the mouth by there, meaning you can do that. So now we have.
The quick brown. The quick brown.
It looks very fast. I think if we change this, hold on.
The quick brown.
Okay, because of how fast it is, it doesn't matter if you have that little closed mouth. It might be like when you like the wick, but when it's super fast,
The quick brown.
it's important to get as much of that O to, over exaggerate the quick of it. The C doesn't really matter in that because the O sound of the wick of quick is so
Yeah.
over. So if you need to make a cut like that where it doesn't really make sense, you can do that.
I will say another thing is that this is very like rigid lip sync. I'll talk about mixing with tweens pretty soon.
I don't do tweens.
Well, I know you don't, but I do.
Brown fox.
This is where we do b, bur, bur. So we're gonna start the right here, b, and then we're gonna actually we're gonna move. We're gonna do this. This is something that's a little less rigid. Where you do this, where you go, and then. Actually, we might want to start that a little bit sooner. So one more frame. So this is already going into brown. So
The quick brown fox.
You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of trial and error.
The quick brown
Yeah. Okay. I might also stretch this. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with stretching.
Yeah, the mouths are like
So-
entirely fair game, the squash and stretch, by the way, I should say that.
brown fox jumps over.
With Fox, I might exaggerate some of them, so
The quick brown fox jumps over the.
a little less.
The quick brown fox jumps over the.
Okay, so in this scenario, I might use the no teeth and then stretch it out because it's weird going from teeth to no teeth on like an exaggeration like this.
Brown fox jumps over the.
Yeah, so technically it's not supposed to be closed until right here, meaning you should do this.
The quick brown fox jumps over the.
This is a jump. You know, it's for a jump, I would do this, but then stretch it so it's like jump.
I would have
It's-
I would have
it's
just
weird.
used like one of the open mouths and just like stretched it like that or a little bit. Use like 14 or something for that, maybe.
Hold on.
The quick brown fox jumps over the leaf.
That looks a
But
little.
yeah, no, you're right. It would be this. Well, not that stretched over, actually. It would just be. Maybe like that. Oh,
The leaf.
now it's time for the lazy dog. Now, you wouldn't return back to a closed mouth before doing the lazy. It's the lazy. You don't close your mouth when you're doing that. If you're doing an L mouth like this, I would recommend crunching it down, stretching it out a little bit. Well, not that direction. It'd be like,
Like I'm doing my fucking Microsoft rewards things while you're just doing this.
yeah.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
We're almost done.
I might want to move this over and then add one more frame to the jumps.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Basically, if you haven't picked up on it yet, Lipsync's a lot of trial and error.
Dog.
There you go.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Now that's very rigid. Actually for dog, what I would do, this is just like BFDI like type.
This is probably what they would do with the mouth assets. I'll
But
get into
but
what.
if you were doing for a big dog, here's what I would do sometimes. I would go here and then slightly do that, and then classic tween that, and then ease it in quazo.
I don't think quad looks very good.
Yeah, no, it would be closer to it like that.
That looks kind of gross.
Well, no, here, hold on.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Oh yeah, no, it is a little weird. It is true.
I'd probably just use an out one.
Nope.
I think
How dare you.
I think any form of easing is gonna look really gross.
Lazy dog.
It's a little less
That one
gross.
wasn't.
Jumps over the lazy dog.
Yeah, the more exaggerated it is on the end, it's less gross.
I feel like if you're gonna stretch it like that much though, it should have like a rebound to it though.
Oh yeah, no, totally. This should be squished, and it should go out. Yeah. So
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
There you go.
yeah, there you go. And that's how you lip sync rigidly and kind of smoothly. That's like how I would. This is my lip sync style. I only do this kind of like easing thing for exaggerated.
I'll go into
Or
my
if you were
style
gonna do
then.
big mouths. Yes, now we can change it over.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, that's my other account. We could change it over to Subby.
Okay. So actually, it's time for a test with you guys.
Oh wait, it is?
Yeah.
Are they about to lip sync what I just lip sync?
Yeah. Unless they were following along. If you were following along, you can just send that. If you weren't, then I guess it's time for test. So you can share your screens
And you can
stuff.
share your screens, yes.
Yeah.
If you're not sharing audio, that's fine, because
We'll hear.
I
it
just
afterwards.
heard the audio for the last 10 minutes. I have it in my brain now.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
I think Nokia is deafened while trying to do it. We should stay a little quiet while.
The quick brown.
I think you're. Oh, I know what's happening. You're on the middle of brown right now, even though where you are in the timeline is the quick. Yeah, it's not.
Brown.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It does not
Yeah,
line
you're
up.
in the middle of. You're in the middle of. Yeah, you did.
That's something that Adobe Animate just does. You're gonna have to
Yeah, that's
get used to previewing it.
brown. Yeah, the first two humps, like the small one is the, and the second bigger one that's like like more orange is quick, and then that big long one is brown.
I will say, if you don't get lip sync down, that's entirely fine because it's just something you gotta practice over time.
Yes, and also for the if you know a little SR trivia,
That's a really good Nokia.
The quick brown fox
If you-
jumps over
if
the
you
lazy
know-
dog. Brown fox. Quick brown fox.
The
Yeah,
quick
no,
brown
actually-
fox.
yeah, in the thing with like the animated BFD scene, and then the different like leafy animations with the original BFDI assets, like that Nokia has shown us so far. I have seen the Michael Huang style of lip syncing, which is what I just taught. So
The quick
I
brown
love
fox.
Michael Huang. Don't we love
Quick
Michael
brown
Huang?
fox. The quick brown.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Today's a little more than lip syncing.
Brown fox.
Yeah. Camera tool.
The quick brown.
Well, you're doing
Quick brown.
you're doing something with. Okay, so we're doing camera tool today as well.
Yeah. I realized that we forgot to include that, and that's kind of important.
Yeah, there's the lip sync that I was talking about from Nokia. On the coiny.
Brown fox. The quick brown fox.
That's literally what it is. Except that coiny one only uses like 3 mouth assets, where some of them are kind of tweened. Am I wrong or am I right? It looked like there was. Yeah, there was. Is there? Yeah, BFB lip sync.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is because BFB lip sync is 3. You have closed mouth, open mouth, O mouth, and then all like other mouths for like expressions and stuff are just drawn while animating the expression. Open teeth, closed O. Yeah, that's about it. That's all you need. Are all tweened together with a movie clip or something? Yes, they. Well, yeah, they are. I have seen the BFB assets like in the files. It's kind of yucky, but also very streamlined.
The quick brown fox.
I mean, if you want to know a fun fact, I did do the animation. I mean, I did do the lip sync for like half of SR1.
You did.
So if you need me to, I can do the
I can
lip sync
also
for your
do. I can
scene.
also do the lip sync.
You can swear. Well, actually, okay. Swearo's style of lip sync is a little different.
Well, the Swayro did it for your scene. That's fine.
And yeah, I know. Well, you didn't. You still haven't sent it to me.
Do you want it?
I didn't know that it happened.
Oh,
And then when you told me about it, you still didn't send it to me. So.
well, I didn't know that you wanted it.
Oh, there's Ice-T. Encroaching on the screen.
I'm not watching Nokia's screen share. Brown, 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 brown.
I love Michael Huang. Everybody cheer for Michael Huang.
Brown, brown, brown. The quick brown. The quick brown. The quick brown.
The quick brown.
Like, can you go over your quick, the one in the middle, your quick enunciations? Can you like just go over those? Don't play it like on a loop. Just so like go over them. That should be an O. The O is the O is a little late, and the mouth.
No,
isn't
it's
open
fine. You
for
can do
long
it that
enough.
way too. That way's fine too.
I guess, but the mouth isn't open for long enough. You see that little orange hump? Yeah, that is the A. It should be carried over both of those. That's how long the quick sound
Yeah,
effect
I
is.
would
It
just
might
have them-
sound delayed
yeah.
on your end, but that it definitely is over that hump. Who are you talking to? I can't tell. I don't know, Nokia. Who am I talking to?
The quick brown fox.
Oh, what's going on there? That's if you zoom in too far on the SR mouths, the way that I drew them, because they have like the rectangular like joins. If you go too far in, if you zoom too far in or stretch them weirdly, they'll have shapes like that.
Yeah, you
But
should.
when you like
you'll never
export
see
it and
that.
zoom out, it doesn't. That happens to most assets that I make.
Actually,
I don't know why.
I mean, I'm the one that converted the mouths to be rectangular, so.
That might have been it. Loser? How about you stop calling your teacher a loser? Try animating with the OR mouths. Spoiler alert, it's just the BFDI mouths. Well, no, there's also extra mouths in there that I added that are kind of similar in style to the BFB assets where it's just like closed, open. Yeah, that's the one I was doing. Yeah, it really is sad to see Ice Cube gone. What?
Average Webs for Evs viewer.
Quick brown fox.
It is so sad. Thank you for sending me this file. It's time. That is the mouth. What do you why do you have big open mouth? I've only ever animated the open mouths correct like twice. Like the giant open mouths, I've only ever animated them correct twice. And that was in a short that will never be released because it was a Family Guy clip, and I literally cannot release it.
It's okay, you can do it on TikTok.
Can I?
TikTok has like no copyright laws.
No, it's not for copyright. It's just because the clip is like, you know what it is. It's not like offensive or like bad. It's just a Quagmire clip, so you know it's just it's just kind of gross. It's kind of yucky. I animated it with it was in the old OR stuff. That's not what Coiny sounds like. Ow! It sounds so funny. So silly, goofy. I can't believe that nobody is here today, though. We have 2 students.
Everyone else is busy with fucking camps.
I'll tell all the camps to cancel because we're teaching their participants how to animate better.
Alpha already knows how to lip sync anyway, so.
How to remove text entries from camps forever. I will purge them.
No.
What is this? News channel? Oh my god. That's really great. That's really wonderful. You could still find that on Wii News.
This is Reconnect 24.
Oh my god, that's awesome. See, I wish we had this. DJ Quads, the improv.
I like how you can tell that the person recording is listening their shit because the fucking weakers is just going all over the place.
Yeah. Hey, look at this, look at this.
Awesome.
Where were the things I was talking about? I can't find them anymore. Yeah, this is this one.
I like how the table asset and chair asset in this scene are like comically good.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy.
Like I like this chair asset is fucking better than the fucking.
No, yeah. The F word on walkie talkie is the only time that I've like properly animated a BFDI mouth. I don't know why this is so well animated.
You were cooking here.
I literally do not know why that is it's so well.
I think that's like the best animation you've ever done. So good.
I forgot I animated this one.
This one's really even fucking weird because isn't she a lesbian?
It's such a stupid.
Why did you do this? Why were you cooking?
This is why Whoopee Cushion was removed as a character. This is why he's.
Okay, again, why are the trees in the background so well drawn?
Shut up.
Were you just cooking during OR4? Were you just cooking?
Yeah, it was. Look at this.
That's OR3. This is also your most...
A knife-wielding tentacle. It's not my most viewed video anymore, but it was for a long time.
Okay, well, your most, like, viewed, like, normal video. That's not a short...
Yes, that isn't I.
That isn't stolen content.
It wasn't stolen, it was dirt! Here's another thing I was cooking during OR4. OR4 I was really cooked.
This one's not as cooking. I don't like the licking animation. That's kind of gross.
What?
I don't like the licking animation. That's kind of gross.
Well, it's a dog, so. And the rabid dog now. It's just stupid audio. Oh, oh! It's kissing me. Oh, this is very nice, and now I like dogs. It's very nice. I think I'll name him Gregory. Jesus. Oh yeah, SoundCloud rapper.
This one-
Cookie.
I like how this one has never been released in its proper aspect ratio.
Huh?
This one has never been released in its full aspect ratio.
Oh yeah, no, you've only seen this in short form. There's nothing ever.
This is lost.
Oh my gosh,
This is like lost in media.
Lost in media. No.
I'm not watching that.
Oh yeah, well, will you watch Ruler of Everything.mp4? Will you watch that one? Maybe? Well, here you go.
Juno was happy he died. This is the older version of this, where you only had OR1 and 2 clips. Or no, this is the
there's
new
an
one. This is the
OR3
new one.
clip.
This is the new one.
Just, don't worry. What happened to his headband? What do you mean what happened to his headband? That was the old one. That was the old asset for
Yeah,
it.
fun
It
fact,
was
the only
really
reason
fit.
that one is animated is because of a glitch that happened when I was trying to work with the asset. I was like, you know, we should animate this. It looks kind of goated, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's a rare, never before seen cast pose here. Sling is still making his test, so when he's done, we will continue forward. No pressure. Oh, isn't this the stolen stop sign asset? You're muted, by the way. Okay. Oh, not true, of course.
I'm back.
Brown fox jumps
Welcome
over the
back.
lazy dog.
I'm back. I really dislike what you said. Or if Jello
Or
cared.
if Jello cared about what he was doing.
It's not a really good, it's not that good of a character spread. I've made better.
You know, the joke was that it doesn't look very good. That was the joke.
You're the joke. You guys want to see the OR intro for episode 2?
No. Jello on his way to send videos that he made in 2020 and 2021 because he has not made anything
The quick
since.
brown fox jumps over the lazy
That's so true. Look at this, the only scene ever animated for episode 5.
This scene's kind of raw.
dog.
Oh, it's actually good.
Dog. Dog.
I love Jordan the one.
Dog. Dog.
I am Jordan the one.
Dog.
Hey Jordan the one.
But the motions are kind of...
There's no lip syncing.
Dog. 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 Dog.
That was all that OR5 is ever gonna look like. That's the
OR5
only
is
OR
not real. OR5 is not
only
real.
OR5 thing that's ever gonna happen. I have all of the MP4 files for all of the episodes.
OR5 is actually a scam created by the government to sell more object shows.
It actually is. Your stupid horse.mp4? What the hell?
Oh, that iced tea acid is disgusting. Oh,
Oh, it's so good.
Dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the
No, he did not beat the race.
I suppose this is animated exclusively with shaped tweens.
No, it wasn't.
Like the face.
I drew it and then...
brown fox.
Oh, they're not.
jumps over the
It looked like it.
Yeah, I drew them, made them symbols, and then...
Evil. Actually diabolical.
I am evil. Wait, where's the thing? Obama gum. Okay, I just see Sonic right now. Oh, okay.
Obama was constantly chewing gum.
Just constantly chewing gum.
If you still have the
And
FL,
on top of that,
if you still have the FLA for this, you should replace the body asset with the Trump mugshot.
No, I can't. No, I do have the FLA for it. Oh my God! Here's the intro. Here's the intro that hurts your eyes.
Oh, is this the one that
Found
like genuinely just like fucking has eye strain in it?
Yes.
Send it.
I'm not gonna. I can't send it. It's too big of a file. But you know, I can send this.
I don't like what Sling is doing.
What are you? What's Sling doing?
You look so charismatic. You gotta move that
Yeah.
frame over. Like, if you grab that keyframe down there, just move it to the start. This is beautiful.
quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
You should like actually be like.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look.
Quick brown fox.
How you feel about the OR2 thumbnail?
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
How's it treating you? So I want Subby to look at it. Alright, what's going on there?
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Too. I like how this is I like how you used the OR2 thumbnail that made more sense before you made them like fall into a pit, and the perspective ended up making no sense.
It makes all the sense.
Okay, no, the new one does. The old one did not.
Here's the old one for reference.
It makes no sense.
The new one's better.
Too. I like how they went to like this planet and it's just like never been talked about ever again. They just went here for some reason.
In this one, Mars and Windows XP can fly. Just in this photo.
Well, I mean, Mars
And
can't.
Whoopi Cushion's
Mars
not
has been
flying,
Mars
and
has been shown to fly multiple times.
That is actually true, but Windows XP hasn't, so that's that's breaking something there. Oh my gosh, I found the original Jello face. Right here. That's it. That's it. That was the one. That's the original Jello face. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't even... I need you to confirm.
One sec. Okay, that's like after you fixed it. That's after you that's like the fucking like beta Jello face.
That is. How about this one?
Yeah, I saw Sling. I saw you. It was a good test. Holy crap! Holy crap, Donald Trump. Why did you make this?
Hello, Peter. Welcome to Fortnite.
All right, we're gonna go on to the next section now. What's next? I believe advanced lip sync is next. Alright, so for the sake of time, I'm not gonna be doing more lip sync with you guys, but I'm gonna be going over some lip sync techniques. So for the sake of this, I'm gonna open both. I already have 2.8 open. I'm gonna also open one of the scenes that Suero has done. We'll open, that's the storyboards. We'll open 10A. Actually, I think 10A has like really big spoilers in it. Maybe I shouldn't have opened that one. Yeah, no, not this one. We'll open, what's the other scene that Suero's done? Okay, I'll do 216 and 27. If it loads. That is. Adobe Animate, my beloved. I love it when you do this. Alright, we're here. We're in. Alright, so we're gonna go into here. So for the sake of like all of this, I'm gonna start with my one and we'll go into it. So if we go into here, we'll see I'm gonna make the they're invisible. So you can see here that I've got some like tweening effects here. So here's how I would do this. It's a little different from how Jello does it. So you can see this transition to this mouth where it's like, But you can see that that's tweened into it, and then we go to that transitional mouth that Jello was talking about, 24. Then we go, Then we go to our mouth that we want, so you can see that tweens into it, and we can see this once again tweens straight into a happy mouth, and then it goes into a smile, and then it goes like that. So then I don't do any tweens here. That's just some lip sync. And then cutting back to this expression, I do a little bounce. So that's some tweening. I'm gonna keep going. And then once again, we tween into a flat mouth, and then we go into that big one. And then we tween again. We do that. I think these are just classic tweens. I'm not really sure though. And then again, no tweens. And then if I click in the Jello, not Jello, if I click in the AJ real quick. So AJ's got a little less like of the tweening mouths, but again, you can see here, tween. Let's bounce back. This one's a little weird. So tween into, and then it bounces back into it. And then here we got going into that mouth. And then we got a little bounce here again. So that's just how you can mix tweens with your mouths. I can play like the audio for this one. Saving auto recover, okay. Thank goodness, I've made so many changes.
I guess so.
So yeah, that's just kinda how you can do that. Another way you can do it is I'll pull up the one that Swayro did with Jello's mouths. I'll mute the audio though. So this is like a much more like rigid lip sync. I've clicked into the mouth. This is more like how Jello would do it, so it's a little bit more like rough, but this is also good. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then Swayro is like fucking masterclass of lip sync here. If you really want to become awesome, lol. I'm gonna mute this audio. So as you can see how Swayro does it, it's there's a lot of like frame by frame. There's some layer effects here, I believe. Yep, some brightness effects. We got a lot of like editing mouths here. That's okay. If we go in the cat real quick. Again, like look at there's just a ton going on here. You can see this transition. Got some custom mouths here. Tons of tweening. Like there's just a lot going on here. So that's kind of like that is like very advanced lip sync. I'm not even that good at that. So basically, the thing with lip sync is that there's multiple different ways to do it. You just kind of gotta find your own style for it. There's no right and wrong with lip sync. I'm gonna go over lip syncing some more like advanced mouths real quick though. I'm not gonna do any actual lip sync here though, because that would take forever. So if we go down into the depths of the SR files, past mouth 50, past mouth 60, we get to some like special mouths, which obviously you can see here. But obviously, if you just cut from like this to this doesn't look so good. So for a mouth like this, what you can do is create a classic tween, and then I can have it go. So say I wanted to like close this mouth. So I'm gonna change this to a classic ease out, and I'll change this one to a classic ease in, or a quart ease in. Sorry. So that's just an example of how you would, for a mouth that like isn't like automated, you're gonna have to like do stuff like that. That's just like a basic premise of that. Oh, I didn't want to get rid of that mouth. I wasn't done with it. So there's a ton of these. I go to hi Donald Trump. Yeah, we got these special mouths. Ton of mouths here. These are all very situational. So I'd recommend for the most part you stick to these mouths, but if you want to do something fun with it, you can. So mouths I would recommend sticking to are frames from 1 to 84 are probably the easiest ones to work with. Not including these few mouths. But if you want to get a little bit more advanced with it, you totally can. Not gonna stop you. I do want to open a really old SR1 scene to show you what you should not do. If I can find it. I believe it's 15A. Actually, no, it's not 15A. This is a Swayro scene. Okay, well, here's a fun thing that you shouldn't do with body movements. This scene is very old, so I don't think Swayro would mind me talking about it like this. But if I play this,
Whoa, that was.
you can see these characters just like never stop moving. which you probably should not do. This is a very old scene, though. Oh, the high masking effect. Yeah, it's just like the main thing. Oh, there's also this glitch. So okay, this is not the scene I wanted for lip sync. I don't remember which one it is. It might be. Is it 1/8?
Maybe.
It's 1/8. It's 1/8. We're here. I just noticed this glitch. Fuck you, entire body moves. So, something that you should like not do with lip sync here is the problem here is that I tried to lip sync like while animating the scene. You should always probably do lip sync last. Because if you don't, you're gonna notice there's some weird problems that occur in this scene. Actually, no, it's not this scene either. It's the one with Jagger in it. It's the one with Jagger in it. That's 4B. It's 4C. 4A. It's 1/6. Here we go. So we got like a smoothish transition here, but like you're gonna see like, whoa, 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 which is something that you should stay away from because it just looks repetitive. Like even if it does line up, it's just gonna get like repetitive quickly. So, bonk. Yeah, so there's an example of what you should not do with lip sync because you can see this is all just classic tweened. There's no easing here. Sorry for the cut for anyone watching this recording. Ran out of disk space. Anyways, what we were talking about is yeah, it's just a good example. Okay, that's kind of funny. But yeah, this is just an example of what you should not do with lip sync because it just doesn't look very good. It's no bouncing to it. It's just very plain. Another thing you can do with lip sync is if you're finding that it looks like this, you can kind of just do this, and sometimes it'll fix it. In this case, it has not really fixed it. But if you want to try like, sometimes this will fix it. But in this case, not really. But sometimes you can just play around with tweens if you think your lip sync just looks a little plain. Again, lip sync is kind of just something that you're going to learn over time. If you don't get it down by the end of our course here, it's fine. There's a ton of other people here that know how to do it. Is this just a classic tween? This is a sign ease out. Okay. I don't like the animation in SR1 if you can't tell. No, I don't want to save changes. But yeah, it's just if you don't get it down by the end of our thing, it's fine. You'll learn eventually. Just gotta keep practicing at it. Just like honestly, just animating to like random audios you find will help you improve like a lot. So if you ever want to do like just like random animation tests, it's good to learn that. I'm actually a little out of practice on lip sync. I gotta get back into the game of that, but basically just the idea is that lip sync hard, you'll get it eventually. Your cat is trying to jump out the window. That's not good. It's 4:14. So I'm gonna say let's skip our let's try it out of the advanced lip sync test because I want to get into the camera tool. So when Nokia's back, we'll talk about the camera tool.
Yay! I love the camera tool.
I love the camera tool.
Mixing lip sync with expressions?
Yeah.
We're skipping over that.
We'll go back to it. We'll loop around if we have time.
So we're going to camera tool now?
Yeah. Okay, let me move that. Let me move that there. That makes more sense. When Nokia is back, we will continue.
No.
Oh, Nokia is back. Okay, I did not read that message. So I am going to talk about the camera tool, my beloved. Okay, so for the sake of this demonstration, I am going to make a new file. Great. So I'm going to change our stage color because this is a little eye bleeding, but we'll take Will and AJ. So let's say we have like these two here together. I'll flip AJ around. No, I'll make them like look at each other. Beautiful. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is you'll see this camera button down here, or if you don't have it open, it'll be in your toolbar right here. So this is the camera tool. If you click the camera tool, it'll automatically activate a camera layer. So what the camera layer basically allows us to do is we can play with the stage size. So let's say like for so let's say we got like this and we want to like zoom the camera out. You'll see this like little thing down here. If we slide this way, this will zoom the camera out. If we slide it this way, it'll zoom the camera in. If it's on that setting. If it's on this setting, this will rotate the camera. So go like, whoa, whoa. I wouldn't recommend rotating the camera. Just don't really do that. So if we zoom out the camera a little bit, we can create our classic tween. You can tween the camera there, by the way. It's important. So see, this looks a little like boring. It's like kind of weird. So what we can do is we can make it like an ease in, or something. Probably an ease out. So we do like a quint, and we can go, ooh. It looks pretty good. Now, one tip I will recommend with the camera tool is you'll always want to cut off this last frame here, and you want to insert a keyframe here. Because the camera layer just has some like weird easing effects for some reason. Where now if I do this, it'll look a lot smoother. I don't know why it does this, but it just kind of does. So that's something to be wary of. You always want to snip off the last little bit of the camera tool. So another thing we can use the camera tool for is, let's say we only want Will on screen. We can just make like a simple cut camera here. You don't have to tween this. So now Will is only on screen and AJ is off screen. So now we can have like, oh. And then we could, let's say we only want AJ on screen now. Move it over. You can, the way that you move this over, by the way, is you just like, you're supposed to be able to click and drag, but it kind of just doesn't work, so you kind of just go, whoa, 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 whoa. You just click over and over again, and it'll just eventually move over. It's a little funky. So now we can have only AJ on screen. So basically, you just click and drag like over and over again, like this, and you'll get what you want. So now if you play this, whoa. So that's one way to use the camera tool. Another thing you can use the camera tool for is if I like if I recenter them here, we can cut off like part of the rig, so we can just like have it like, let's say we just like only want like a torso shot. Now we can just do that. So now we can only see their torsos. This is good for like if you don't want to like animate the legs and whatnot. That's some basic stuff with the camera tool. Another thing you can do with the camera tool is you'll see this menu over here. This is for like more like exact like movements. Like you can just like edit these values. It should just do that. So if I go over to here, what we can do is we can also add some filters to the camera. So let's say I like wanted it like all of this to be like tinted like orange or something, like for like a sunset. We can just make a new layer. We can just drag this all over. So what we'll do is we'll make this like orangish, like that. So you're gonna make sure that your alpha is set to, like, pretty low, like 23 or something. So now this is all like tinted like orange. This looks more like fire, but whatever. So what we can do now is you wanna go a few frames before you wanna do this. I'm just gonna move this over for the sake of demonstration. So obviously this isn't centered. So now we got that. So what we can do is we can create a classic, not classic tween, a shape tween here. And then we can go back here and we can set this to be like, actually you want to keep it the same color. You don't want to make it like black. It's just gonna look weird. I'm busy right now. Okay, so what we can do. This is actually also still not centered. That's great. So now this is centered. Okay, so what we can do is we can set our alpha here to 0. And you can see it'll tint. So now it is transition time of day. AFK, okay. I'm just gonna keep going. So basically that's just some basic stuff you can do with the camera tool. I'll talk about tricking the camera soon. I've already kind of talked about this like a little bit. But once Jello is back, I will go
I'm
over...
back.
Oh, you are back? Okay. So I'll hand this over to you. You can talk about mixing the... Yeah. Talk about mixing.
Camera?
Yep.
Okay. It's time, everybody. Get your pencils out. We're going to talk about mixing camera and animation. Specifically in this SR scene. Get the output. This is the lip-synced version by Swearo. Yeah, no, this. Okay, so basically, here, we're gonna zoom out so you can see what's going on. The camera is the full frame, right? Both the characters, right? And then right here, when it cuts to the buddy talking, AJ doesn't change. And isn't animated at all because he's off screen. So, if you want to save yourself on animation, at certain points in the conversation, just cut to that character. So that you don't actually have to animate the other one. You know, see, it cuts back to full. But in there, you can see, that the motion of going back transfers through the cut. So, you know, it's little things like that where it just changes the camera angle so that you don't have to animate as much. It's just a little shortcut. There's other ways to use it. If I were to, I know that this has nothing to do with it at all, but I think I used camera movement. I think I used camera movement in this. I promise this is teaching something. Yes, I did. You can see this big camera movement here. We're gonna mute this audio. But in this, you can see I have the text come in at an angle, but then slowly go into the correct like orientation. And the way that I did this, Swearo actually taught me how to do this. As you can see, everything is angled. What I did was I without the camera, right? Being there, I animated the text just sliding in and doing that normally, and then I went and added in a camera movement where it goes from normal or it's like tilted. That can help with like a sort of motion like that where you need to like do an animation but also turn it. If the background is completely one color, you can do that. I don't remember using it anymore. Oh yeah, no, I did use it. I used it right here where it zooms in on a character. It goes slowly zooming in to a snap cut. It goes whoop. And as you can see, it goes from, it's like one fluid motion. You see that? Where like it keeps moving through there. Even though technically right here, it snaps back to where it was at the beginning of this move and then just moves slightly forward. The way that it's done, it looks like it's just zooming right through. I don't know if you'll be using that kind of like a snap cut, like smooth motion type camera movement. You might be using something like this where like the camera moves separately. You will definitely be using the camera movement that we have over here where it like cuts. Um, but those are just the different like implementations of the camera that I've really found. You can also use it for like you're trying to do a transition where like there's like uh let's open up a new thing real quick. I'm just gonna open this up. You don't have to follow my lead here. Um, but I'm going to do an example. So imagine if there was a character right here, and he's talking about something, right? Um, and then the thing that he says, like you wanna make it seem like there's also characters over here, um, that are like talking to each other, saying something different, right? Now, imagine if you had like scene one was over here and scene two was over here, and you wanted to transition in between the two. Um, what you would do is you would take the camera, move scene one so that it's over here where it's supposed to be, go to where you want scene two. See, let's say that scene two happens at 2 seconds into the animation, and then we're gonna move the camera over to scene two. And then how do we get from here to there? Well, we're gonna go back from, this is 48, we're gonna go to 38. It's a 10-second move. And we're going to just have this go 2, 3 back, and it'll slide over just slightly. And we will cubic use that. We're gonna go out a little bit for this. I want the camera to be right here. So how much did I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that seventh one is where I'm going to put the keyframe. And then here I'm going to move it slightly this way. And then like this. And then in between here you would just snap cut it to like this. And then have like a squiggly pattern to show that it's like moving, but like with the colors of the background. I'm sure you've seen this kind of a cut. Um, oh yeah, this happens a lot. So now it looks like this. See where it goes from one scene to the next? And you can make this motion as smooth as you want with just one in between like cut frame just to show that the camera's like whooshing over. I don't know if that's the proper term. Oh, things are not moving. It's fine. If it goes whoop like that, if that makes any sense, that's something else you can do with the camera. Yeah, I think those are all. I think that's everything. So I can hand it back over to you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about tricking the camera. So this is a very important part of animation. So going back to our FLA here, we can see Will is off. AJ is off screen, so it looks like he's just not there. But obviously he's still there, and if we go here, Will is still here. She's still here. But obviously you can't see her. So that's a very simple way of tricking the camera. And another way you can trick the camera is I'm gonna set this back to just not being there. It's kind of distracting. So what we can also do is, let's say we want to have like, this is a very specific example. Let's say we want to have like we'll like fall. So we'll like set her up here. So obviously you think, okay, well, can't I just move the camera down? What I would actually recommend you do here is, let's have Will here.
Oh, you aren't streaming, by the way.
Oh, am I not? Oh, shit.
Playing, you know. It's okay. We caught it.
Okay. Well, I was recording it at least. So, let's say we want to have like Will as our fall. So, what we can do here, actually I have to make AJ smaller. let's make AJ smaller. So what we can do here instead is I'm gonna have to take AJ onto his own layer for this. Oh, I've accidentally set animate into full screen. If that ever happens to you, press F11 twice and it should go back. So let's say we want to have like Willis Art fall. So like we're gonna have like, we gotta create the illusion of motion here. So Willis Art isn't gonna be moving at all actually. So we could do like a, I'm actually gonna go the opposite way for this. So you can see it kind of looks like she's like moving a little bit. But what we can do now is that we can have AJ come up and like, so if we get a classic doing here, it looks like, if I zoom in, it looks like she's falling, but in reality she's not. So obviously, actually, I'd probably make this a using 2. That does not look good. Sega. So that's one way to trick the camera. Another trick you can do with the camera is fake perspective. So if I open, I think it's SR25 where I've used this so far. If I go to SR25, you'll see I have a false perspective shot. Where is it? Back to the beginning. So it looks like these three are like in like a 3D space. And they walk in. But in reality they are totally not. But you can see Dylan does a turnaround. And then we cut back to, there's no background for the scene yet, but we cut back to a like false perspective. So that's another thing you can do with the camera. That's not really tricking the camera so much as it's just perspective. But we can do false perspective in 2D and 3D. Another way we can trick the camera is also in SR2. It's the scene right after this, SR26. So we've got this mask technology screen here. It's Dylan's brand. So we can see we have all these like this like explanation scene thing. So we can see now we zoom the camera out. So in reality, this was never. This is just like the stage. There's no background here or anything. So when this zooms out, we can see the characters just cut in, and we change this to a symbol, and we zoom out, and you can see this. There's like a perspective thing, so the characters get closer in. I'm actually really proud of this shot. So the characters zoom in closer. So this creates the perspective that we've been closer to the screen than we have been, when in reality this was just drawn right on there, and now we've zoomed out. So that's another way you can trick the camera. Pretty good to know. The scene also has some good examples. Like obviously we cut to this, so it's a just upper torso shot. Same here. Scene has a really good uses of camera. So we can see we give another thing where we use the camera to zoom in. We also use the camera over here to cut. So basically what we can do with the camera tool is there's a lot of like different uses for it. But you can also just not use it and trick the camera into thinking it's going places where it's not. Via either like a false perspective thing like this. Or by like using the camera as a way to zoom in and out of things that aren't really being zoomed in and out of. Like this. And also, obviously we can do this. We can cut, we can tint. So there's a lot of uses for the camera tool. It's a pretty versatile tool. Oh, wait, do we have a question? No? Okay, that is not a question. Oh, okay. Thanks, Discord. Yep. Sec. I misclicked on the channel. Okay. Back to screen sharing. So yeah, so basically the idea of this is just there's a lot of things you can do with the camera, there's a lot of tricks you can pull off. Tricking the camera is a very important part of animation because obviously you can only see so much, but there's a lot more beyond this. So with that, I think we're gonna go back to lip sync real quick. We're gonna talk about mixing lip syncing with expressions. Which one of us wants to tackle that? Because I didn't really specify who. I mean, I can do it. You're eating, it's fine. I don't think Jello's here, so I'm just gonna go into it. So, there's no lip sync in that scene. There's no lip sync in either of these scenes actually, yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this lip sync thing. So let's say we want to go from like. Actually, I could just do fucking SR2 work here. We can just do this, for example. So Will's going, oh, and then we go into words.
You want streaming again?
No, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's not talking either. Dead.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, your thing is just broken then. I've been talking this whole time. I guess you just couldn't hear me. I think Jello's thing is just fucking broken.
How dare you?
What?
I'm not broke.
So we got like an oh expression. So we can do here.
Learn.
Oh,
So I'm gonna want this. We're gonna want this to get like a little bit bigger. I'm just literally just working on SR2 right now. Oh, we can do like that. Just make it a little bit bigger here. So do like that.
oh, so that.
And then we're gonna have to cut right into an S mouth. So what we can do for that is we'll create a classic tween here. We'll change it to an ease out for this. So on this frame we will crush this mouth a little bit. And then on the next frame you will go to just pair like this mouth. I'll make it a little bit smaller. And then we'll change back to our S mouth. So that's a little bit rough, but I can do some more edits.
Oh, so that.
So, and then I'll do a little bit of Lipsync here, just to example. Oh, I'm on the wrong S mouth. That's why. That's the fucking small one.
Oh, so that.
I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna move this over like one frame.
Oh, so that.
So that. Dub.
Oh, so that.
This is kind of rough. I'm just kind of sampling here. This should be an O. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna be real. It's really early in the morning. It's actually not that early in the morning. It's fucking 4:40, but like I'm fucking tired. I don't know. also that.
Oh, so that W.
There you go. It's W.
Not a W.
W B. And then again, squash his mouth.
Oh, so that W. Oh, so that W.
W is kind of a weird word to lip sync. I guess it's a letter, but it's still weird.
Oh, so that W. Oh, so that W.
I've figured out my mistake here. Again, we're just going through the process. She stays on that for a little bit. That is the mistake I've made. Double.
Oh, so that W.
This is kind of SRing. That's a good camera movement.
Oh, so that W. Oh, so that W.
Okay, this is like
Oh, so that W.
the this is kind of weird. Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh, so that W.
That's good enough, frankly. If I have this be like a.
Oh, so that W.
So there you go. That's like the main idea of that. I'm gonna save that because I have done, in fact, a little bit of lip sync. Then have we go.
Oh, so that W.
We transition into a lip sync. It's a pretty rough lip sync, but like, you get the idea. I usually spend more time on that, so I'll probably go back and change that a little bit. Yeah, lip sync is not a very fast process if you've picked that up while we've been doing this today.
Oh, so that W.
That's good enough.
Talk test took 2 years.
So I'm gonna save that. So that's just the idea. That's fucking Dylan is our turnaround. I'm really proud of this turnaround, honestly. It's pretty good. Okay, so that's just basically the ideas of mixing expressions with going from like an extreme expression to a lip sync. I'm gonna have to work on that scene more later. That's not a right now problem, you know?
It is not alright.
Thank you for sending talk test to the MP4. I don't know why you have this still.
It's to show how we got the flapping bandana. The one on the bottom is the glitch one, and then the one on the top is after we.
Oh, okay.
That's how we came up with the flap.
I like how the one on the bottom just looks like it's in like more extreme wind.
Oh yeah.
Old Will.
Real. That was the one from the NOC.
Who's Jello? Oh yeah, I mean Mr. Robertson. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, so it is 4:45. We have 15 minutes. I did have a thing here for mixing animation with lip sync, and camera test. I think what I'm gonna say is, if you guys could like, just like find some like random audio, like, in fact,
Funny meme.
in fact, wait, I have just like find some like random like meme that you want to animate, and use that as a test. So like, get some like either like 10 or like maybe like anywhere between like 5 or 10-second audio. If you want to do longer, you're totally allowed. This is your homework for today.
The first day of homework. Well, actually, we should probably put this in announcements for the people who missed today.
Yeah, I will do that after. So, just find some like random audio you want to animate to. Try out some lip syncing, try out some animation, try using the camera tool, just see what you can do. So that's your quote unquote homework for today. If you don't actually do that, I'm not gonna like get angry at you, but like I think it'd be a good like learning experience. So like it really could be like any audio really. If you wanna make your own audio, I guess you can. If you need examples of audio, I have a playlist just full of like
Oh,
random.
no, here's an example of one. I have an MP3 right here.
Don't you tell me how many calories.
I'm in the middle of animating.
That's great.
Don't you tell me how many calories I need.
So yeah, like
It's so
something
good.
like that is perfect. If you need me to convert it to like an MP3 for you, I can. There's obviously websites online to do that.
Oh no.
So just find some audio from like any YouTube video or whatever source you want. Animate it. See how it goes, basically. So I'm gonna wrap up today. We're a little early, but it's fine. So today we learned about Lipsync. I don't have the FLA that Jello did. We learned about the camera tool, how to trick the camera into thinking it's moving when in reality it's not. We talked about false perspective, camera cuts. We also talked briefly about mixing animation with the camera and lip sync and whatnot. So yeah, again, if you're watching this recording, your quote-unquote homework for today, if you have time, is just find some audio and just animate with the SR rigs to it, because I think it'll be good for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about following a storyboard and how to keyframe. Also, we're going to talk about emergencies, like with recovery files, in case your files get corrupted, because that will happen sometimes. It's just kind of sad, but you know. So we'll talk about that all tomorrow. So I hope you guys had a good day today, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow's day 6. We're almost done. So bye.
Yep.